Your archangel is earnestly requesting your attention. This is not just another message. It's a direct call from heaven. A decision about you has been made by a prominent authority. God Himself has declared this decision over your life. It is final. It is life-changing. Right now, heaven is reaching out to you. This is a personal and urgent message. It is time-sensitive. It's not just important, it's essential. Your archangel, who has been by your side since the beginning, has been entrusted with delivering this call. This is a moment unlike any other. It is sacred. Every tear you've shed, every battle you've fought, every quiet joy you've cherished, your archangel has seen it all. They know your story. They've walked with you through the storms and the sunshine. And now they are pleading with you to listen. A choice has been made about your destiny, and it requires your action, your response. This is not a decision that can wait. It's not something to set aside for later. You must act. Will you answer this call? Heaven is waiting for your response. This is not a coincidence. It is divine timing. God has been patient. He has shown endless mercy. But the time has come. This is your moment of truth. Right now there is movement in heaven. Angels are interceding on your behalf. Your archangel is fighting for you, pleading for you, calling out for you. Decisions are being made that will shape your eternity. Your destiny is being written. Good and evil are at war, and you are at the center of this spiritual battle. This is your final summons, your last chance to take action. Your archangel is urging you with everything they have. Do not delay. This is your calling, your purpose, your destiny. You were created with intention. Every talent you possess, every experience you've lived through, it was all part of a divine design. God is calling you to step into your purpose. But too often people ignore their calling. They let fear, distractions, and doubt pull them away. This is God's way of saying, stop running. Step onto the path I have prepared for you. Your archangel is saying the time is now. Look inward. Examine your spirit. Is your relationship with God where it should be? Have you stayed rooted in His Word? Or have you let the world pull you astray? God's love is boundless. It is unconditional. But He is calling you now before it's too late. Your choices today will shape your eternity. This may also be a call for freedom. Are you trapped? By sin? By addiction? By fear? By toxic relationships? Do you feel like you're drowning, buried under the weight of your burdens? God sees you. He knows your pain. He is saying, you are not alone. Archangel Michael is interceding for you, praying for your release, fighting for your freedom. God is ready to break your chains. He is ready to lift the weight off your shoulders. This is your moment for liberation, to step into the light, to be free. A new chapter is waiting for you, but you must trust Him. Isaiah 43:19 says, Behold, I am doing a new thing. God is making streams in the desert, forging paths in the wilderness. But you must be open to His plans. You must be willing to move forward in faith. Your archangel has been with you since the beginning, protecting you, guiding you, fighting for you. Angels cannot make decisions for you, but they are here to support you. They are here to help you. Hebrews 1:14 reminds us, angels are sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. That includes you. Take this seriously. Time is of the essence. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Delaying could mean missing the blessings God has prepared for you. Delaying could mean missing your calling. Ephesians 6:12 says, We are not fighting against flesh and blood. This is a spiritual battle against forces of darkness. But you are not alone in this fight. Your archangel is battling for you, and God's love is chasing after you. This is not about judgment. It's about love. God's love for you is limitless. He is saying, I have a plan for you. I need you to trust me. So what must you do? Pray. Ask God to reveal His will for you. Share your fears, your doubts, your burdens with Him. Read His Word. The Bible is your guide. Psalm 119:105 says, Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Surrender. Whatever is holding you back, sin, fear, doubt, give it to God. He is ready to cleanse your heart, to forgive you. Take action. If God is calling you to move, to let go, to embrace something new, do it. Faith requires action. And finally, keep praying. Prayer is your lifeline to heaven. It's where you find clarity, comfort, and strength. Even when it feels like your prayers go unanswered, know that heaven hears every word. Your archangel is delivering your prayers to God. Every plea, every sigh, every silent cry is known. Keep seeking his guidance. God's plan is perfect, even if it doesn't make sense right now. Trust that his timing is better than yours. Sometimes guidance doesn't come as a thunderous voice. It's a whisper in your heart, a nudge in your spirit, a sense of peace about the right path. Keep trusting his plan. Even when the road is unclear, even when the world feels heavy, remember, God has already seen the destination. This is the moment. Not just any moment, your moment. The heavens are moving, the angels are singing, and your archangel is urging you to take the next step. God is calling you. He's not calling someone else. He's calling you. You might feel unworthy, too broken, or too lost. But God isn't looking for perfection. He's looking for your heart. He's looking for your willingness to say, "Yes, Lord, here I am." The decision has been made. It is final, and it is for you. This is not a random chance. This is divine intention. Will you respond? The choice is yours. No one else can make it for you. Not your family, not your friends, only you. Heaven supports you. The Creator of the universe is on your side. The angels are rallying behind you. Your archangel is at your side. They have never left you. Through every storm, every battle, they've been fighting for you. You are loved. Not just a little, not just sometimes. You are loved endlessly, completely, perfectly. You are chosen. God looked at you and said, "This one is mine." Before you took your first breath, you were chosen. You are called to something greater than you could imagine. A life of purpose, a life of love, a life that reflects the glory of God. Now is the time. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it's convenient. The time is now. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt keep you in place. Answer the call. Step forward in faith. Even if you don't know the whole path, take the first step. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. Imagine what could happen if you say yes. Imagine the freedom, the joy, the peace that comes from walking in God's will. This isn't just about you. Your response has a ripple effect. Your life can inspire others. Your faith can change hearts. Your calling is not small. It's not insignificant. It's vital. Think about the battles your archangel has fought for you, the prayers they've lifted on your behalf. They believe in you. They see the potential in you. God sees it too. He knows what you're capable of, even when you don't see it in yourself. He's not calling you because you're perfect. He's calling you because he's perfect. His strength will cover your weakness. His grace will fill your gaps. Take a moment, breathe, feel the weight of this message. This is not just another moment in your life. It's a turning point. You might feel scared. You might feel uncertain. That's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. God doesn't promise an easy road, but he does promise to walk it with you. The road may be narrow. It may be steep. But every step you take in faith brings you closer to the life you were created to live. The angels are rejoicing at your courage. Heaven is ready to celebrate your decision. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. This is your confirmation. God's love for you is relentless. He won't stop pursuing you. He won't give up on you. But this moment is about your response. It's about your willingness to trust him. Can you feel the pull in your heart? That's God. That's his spirit moving in you. Don't ignore it. Don't push it away. Say yes. Say yes to his plans. Say yes to his purpose. Say yes to his love. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just take the first step. Pray. Talk to God like you would a friend. Be honest. Tell him your fears, your doubts, your hopes. Read his word. Let it guide you. Let it remind you of his promises. Surround yourself with people who will support your journey. People who will pray with you and for you. Keep moving forward even when it's hard. Even when the world tries to pull you back. Remember, you are not alone. Your archangel is by your side. God is holding you in his hands. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling. Will you answer? Heaven is waiting for your response. The angels are ready to cheer for you. God's arms are wide open. They are stretched out to you in love, in mercy, in grace. This is not a moment of judgment. This is a moment of invitation. God is not here to condemn you. He is here to embrace you. Imagine that. The creator of the universe, the one who formed the stars, the one who shaped the mountains, is offering you his arms, saying, "Come to me." This is the love that transcends all understanding, the love that knows no boundaries. His arms are open to you, to your heart, to your soul, to your brokenness, to your fears, to your doubts, to your imperfections. Step into them. Step into his embrace, knowing that you don't have to be perfect to be loved by God. You don't have to have it all together. In fact, it's in your brokenness that God's love shines the brightest. This is a call to surrender. Surrender your worries, your burdens, your shame. Let go of the weight you've been carrying for so long. Step into God's arms and let him carry you. This is not the end. It may feel like the end of something, but it's not. It's not the end of your story. It's not the end of your journey. In fact, it's just the beginning of something beautiful, something powerful, something divine. God is about to do something new in your life. He is about to breathe fresh life into your spirit. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. And God will be with you every step of the way. The beginning of a new chapter is here. The old has passed away. The pain, the regret, the fear that has held you back for so long, it's time to let it go. God has a plan for you that is so much greater than you could ever imagine. His vision for your life is one of purpose, of joy, of hope, and you're about to walk into it. This is the moment when God says, "Behold, I make all things new." Isaiah 43:19. A new season is dawning, a season of restoration, a season of healing, a season of joy. What God has prepared for you in this new season, you cannot yet fully comprehend. But trust this, it is better than anything you've ever known. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not have the final say. What God has in store for you is greater than all the pain and hardship you have endured. This is your moment to step forward, to step into God's plan for your life. You are loved. And not just loved in a distant, abstract way, but deeply, personally, intimately loved. God knows you. He knows your struggles, your fears, your heartaches. And still, He chooses you. You are chosen. You were handpicked by God. He saw you before the foundation of the world, and He said, "This one is mine." Before you were born, before you made any decisions, God chose you. This choice is not based on your perfection, it's based on His grace. It's based on His love. And that love is unshakable. It's unchanging. No matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, God still chooses you. You are called to something greater than yourself. Called to a purpose that will impact the world. Called to walk in the light of God's love and share that love with others. You are called to be a light in the darkness. You are called to bring hope to the hopeless. You are called to show God's love to a broken world. This is a calling, not a suggestion. God is not asking you if you want to answer the call. He's telling you that it's time. Now is the time. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things are more convenient. Now. God has been waiting for this moment. And now He's asking you, will you answer? Will you say yes to His call? Answering God's call requires courage. It requires faith. It requires stepping into the unknown, trusting that God's plan is better than your own. It's not easy to say yes. It's not easy to step out of your comfort zone. But if you do, you will discover a life that is beyond anything you could ever have imagined. This is a call to faith. A call to trust God in ways you never have before. A call to walk with Him into a future that is full of promise. God is asking you today, will you trust Him? Will you step into His arms? Will you follow Him wherever He leads you? Say yes. Say yes to the love that will never fail you. Say yes to the plans that God has for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Say yes to the new beginning that God is offering you right now. Say yes to the life that He is calling you to live. The life of joy, the life of purpose, the life of freedom. God's arms are open wide and He is calling you home. Will you come? Will you say yes? Now is the time. This is your moment. Answer the call. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Say yes to God's plan for your life and watch as He transforms everything. His arms are wide open and He is waiting for you to step in. Step into His love. Step into His grace. Step into the life He's waiting to give you. Say yes. Say yes to God.